Here we are again. It's a damn, you can see my monitor now. Let me move ya. I think it's more like that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, it's another morning. It's a little, well, it's the same time as yesterday. It's 9:06 a.m. But it's 9:06 a.m. and it is currently Thursday, August 7th, 2025, and we got today's trade journal entry ready. Today's trade journal entry will consist of a lot of complaining again. Trading view, I have beef with you. Let me change this number real quick. Actually, forgot to input my value. Okay. Today's trade journal entry. Okay, August 7th, 2025. We're on New York session again. Prep bias time was at 5 a.m. Coincidentally, I had to go to work around 4:30 a.m. and I went. But then when I got there, I tried to set up this laptop and I tried to connect to the Wi-Fi, and it seemed like they took down the Wi-Fi, or like the connection was having issues there. And I freaked out and I was like, oh shoot, I need to figure out a way to get Wi-Fi. I tried hotspot on both of my phones. None of them worked. I couldn't load up TradingView, so I literally ditched work and I drove home, and it was supposed to take me like 25 minutes, but I got here in 15. So I got here around like 5:25 or something, because I left at like 5 something. Obviously I had to set it up and get in the building, all that, but I got home. I settled down my laptop right away and I tried to load up TradingView. It loaded up just fine. And so let's get into everything. So prep bias time was around 5 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. I just counted as 5 because that's what I was supposed to get on, but I couldn't because my Wi-Fi was being dookie. So I mean, I rushed home. It's not like I was like, oh, I'll do it later. But anyway, we have trade 4 out of 100. We have 96 remaining, and today's P&L is going to be a win, bruh. Today's another win. That's another win. Yo, we got 3 wins in a row. I can't wait for our losing streak. It's gonna be great, man. But yeah, today's another win of $238.75. So that means we're up. I'll do the math after like this whole week is over. I'll do the math on Saturday or Sunday, but it's looking around like 500 we're up right now. Yeah, we're probably $510 for P&L this week for profits, which is not bad. But yeah, so yeah, another win. That's $238.75. So let's just get into it. So today's bias was bearish. I took note of an SMT divergence early morning between MES and MNQ. When I say MES and MNQ, it's going to mean micro E-mini S&P 500, and same for MNQ, micro E-mini NASDAQ. But I took note of SMT divergence this morning between both of them. Bearish order block formed around 3:15 a.m. and I used it for bearish context because yesterday when I used something else for context, it worked well for me. So today I decided to use it as context again. Obviously, I don't remember what I did yesterday morning for context, but if it's the same as this, then hell yeah. But other than that, I used the order block, the bearish order block as context from yesterday because it worked so well. So I'm just adding things to my setup and my strategy to see what works and what doesn't. Multiple news updates confirmed bearish support. News was highly impactful today, especially for a Thursday morning. My hair is everywhere. Price consolidated in order block zone until liquidity was swept. Yeah, and then it tapped my 1 hour time frame for fair value gap key level. and then it confirmed bearish intent and took trade. And then I took a trade after a bearish fair value gap formed. I expected respect on the bearish retracement, took other trades off key level taps, bearish fair value gaps, and sell side power and liquidity spots, including a bearish breaker block. So that was for my bias. My setup, price swept liquidity above the New York high, rejected from a confirmed 5-minute bearish order block, and formed 2 stacked bearish fair value gaps on top of each other. MES tapped into 1-hour time frame bullish fair value gap, while MNQ held, confirming bullish SMT divergence earlier in the morning. But momentum retracements into that breaker block. Oh wait, no. Oh, I started reading a whole different line. Oh, okay. But momentum flipped after rejection. So I'll get into that in a bit. But a breaker block formed following the second sweep, and retracements into that breaker block. Fair value gap confluence offered valid short entries. Sell side liquidity around zones. I have the actual price zones, but it's whatever. Liquidity zones and below acted as TP targets. Each trade was structured around high time frame and middle time frame imbalance levels, and confirmation was given via price rejections at order blocks and fair value gaps. My entry was limit and stop orders placed at fair value gap zones and key level taps, including retracements into breaker blocks. Stop losses were positioned. Why did I do stop loss first instead of TP? I'm tired, bro. Okay, I took a nap before this. All right, let's do TP first. Limit and stop orders placed at fair value gap zones and key level taps, including retracements into breaker blocks. Take profits were placed at known liquidity zones with strong confluence. Price respected all mapped levels. Stop losses were positioned above invalidation zones, above recent highs or fair value gap breakouts. What I did well today, spotting everything out, strategy game together, setup worked perfectly. Price showed confusing signs of potential reversal and or bullish intent, but I committed to my bias, stayed disciplined, and followed the plan through. Multiple trades hit target with full execution and validation, which was great today. I did have to move TP once on the last trade, but it was because I just wanted out, man. It was like 8 a.m. and I just wanted out. I just wanted to end it. I just wanted to end it, bro. I was like, screw this. I'm not sitting in this damn market no longer, bro. Y'all can keep going bullish if you want. But I just wanted out at that point, and I decided to take a short win for a short entry. But yeah, I committed to my bias, stayed disciplined, and followed the plan through. Multiple trades hit target with full execution and validation. And let's get into what I'm going to improve in my notes. What I will improve. I will improve contacting TradingView and making sure they fix their executions on their entries mechanic. It seems like they're fucking confused with how this shit works or something. I don't know, dude. It is dead ass pissing me off. Like, I hate getting mad this early in the morning because not only do I have insomnia and I can't sleep at night, I have to sleep in the morning, which is why I have night shift and why doing this is perfect. But it's basically like 6 p.m. for me, bro. It's basically like 9 p.m. for me. Like, instead of it being 9 a.m. right now, it's 9 p.m. for me. Why do I want to get mad at this time? And fixing TradingView execution issues. Platform caused major trade entry problems and slippage. Entry quality needs to reflect my setup quality. So what kept happening was I almost missed multiple trades. And I only took 3 trades today, but I almost missed multiple because I kept entering trades and they just kept getting filled like that. Like, I would press enter or I would press order and it would be like order filled, and then it'd be like ding, 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 doing that sound, and it would just fill it instantly, and it would start like making me lose P&L and unrealized P&L, and I was like getting really pissed. Like, I think today was the worst it's gotten, and the first time I probably had like my first almost rage quit. But I stuck to it because I was like, dude, this is bearish. I'm gonna get my shit in. What are you talking about? But man, I was gonna get my money. What are you talking about? But yeah, I don't know. I need to figure that out. Maybe search it up. Maybe read some articles, or maybe just figure out how like entering limit orders and stop orders work. I talked about this yesterday, and I obviously didn't do it because I forgot. But I obviously clearly need to really figure this out, because if this keeps happening, I'm gonna be cooked. So, I mean, I have like what? This is the 4th out of 100 trade. I have 96 left. So that means I have almost a full 3 months of trades left. And I've been taking our second trade, our second trading day on Tuesday. I took one trade and it was like $50 for a win. But ever since yesterday and today, I've been taking more than 2 trades. So yesterday I took 2 or 3, and today I took 3. And I don't know if I'm going to count that towards the amount of trades. Like, since I have to do 100 trades, I don't know if I'm going to count that towards it. Maybe I'll just do like the day. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But I feel like if I do 3 trades a day and I keep doing that, I'm just cheating at that point. I don't know though, because it's like all in one session. You can't really digest it, you know? If I take 3 trades for this session today and then tomorrow I'll take 1, I mean, I'm still processing today's trade tomorrow because there was so much volatility and so much risk, and so much at play as well. But yeah, I might not just count it. I might just count it as like, if I take a certain amount of trades in a day, then it's just going to count as 1 trade for that day. And if I lose, then I lose. And if I don't, then I don't. But right now, my RR, my risk to reward ratio, is absolutely insane, which is why I have not been talking about it at all. Tuesday, I forgot about it. I just didn't mention it. I forgot. But yesterday and today, my RR was insane, and I'm not going to mention it. If you can do the math on that, congrats. But yeah, I need to fix trading view, figure out how that entry stuff works. Notes. Let's get into notes. I was confident. Yeah, I was confident. I did an hour of back testing around like 10 or something. Very early into my day, because I wake up around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So that's like a.m. for me, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. for me. But I was back testing around like 10 to 12, somewhere around that time. But I know I back tested for an hour, and I did pretty good actually. On Chart Champs, I did pretty good practicing. I didn't do no ranked matches because screw that. But I was just backtesting a bit, and I did pretty good. Notes, so I'm pretty confident. That's why backtesting, the strategy worked multiple times. I tried other things out, and I saw what didn't work, and I saw what did work, and I took note of it for sure. Like, I definitely took note of it. I was like, okay, I'm not doing that. But notes for today, I was very confident. Very pissed at TradingView for giving me so many issues again. Regardless though, clean day, high confidence, and I was 100%. This is an S tier setup. I'm gonna get it ranked out and analyzed by ChatGPT just to see, like, for fun, like just to see what kind of setup this was, how good it was. But I'm about to show you guys. So let's get these notes out the way. We're on cam only. Let's get into TradingView real quick. Let me see if it even loads up, or if it starts lagging my camera. Yeah, it's not gonna load. Oh, it loaded. So today, instead of yesterday, or all the other times this week, we've been confused, or I've been confused on where I entered, but I went ahead and I managed to circle where I entered every single time while the trade was being taken place. So I'm gonna hop onto 5-minute time frame here, and I'll be showing MES instead of MNQ. I'm gonna show 5-minute time frame until where I chose to hop onto 1-minute time frame, and I got my confirmation. Here we go. Okay, so let's start on 4 hour actually. What am I saying? And then let's restart Yeah. So around here, I did all my stuff. These yellow lines are 4-hour time frame highs and lows of certain session times. It's not going to be on the dot, but it worked for me, obviously. And then that's pretty much it for a 4-hour. 1-hour time frame got a little busier. The red lines are 1-hour time frame marks, and then these green boxes are 1-hour fair value gaps for bullish. Yep. And then 5-minute time frame. This is where I was on. I was around this time. Where is it? Here we go. This is where I was supposed to be when I was at work, but this is like, I think it was around this area. This is when I got on, around this area. This is when I got home and I finally turned on TradingView and all that knick-knack. So yeah, not too bad. As you can see, we have a 1-hour time frame fair value gap key level right here. Price dipped into this and has reacted off of it multiple times. And then it formed a bearish order block around 3:20 a.m. Not 3:15, but I'm gonna count it as 3:15 because I don't care. But yeah, so bearish order block formed and it consolidated in this level for a while. As you can see, I moved it back just so I can get a better perspective and I can see better. And then this is around 6:30 a.m. is when price was still confusing. These purple, magenta, pink lines or whatever are liquidity spots that I've marked out. This was a high liquidity zone. And then, yeah, so we came all the way down. Oh, yeah, it's 6:30 now. And this is when I decided to, right here, 6:30, went all the way down. We hit that 1-hour time frame fair value gap key level. And that gave me the confirmation to switch over to 1 minute. So once I switched over, I reset and I was more like over here, as you can see. So this had to happen really quick. This all had to happen really quick, but I was ready for it. We went up, formed a bullish fair value gap. It was respected, and then it went up and formed another one. And then price went all the way down, and then it formed a bearish fair value gap. I see price retrace not only into this bullish fair value gap. Well, it already went in over here, but it has to retrace again, obviously, but it already did over here. Either way, I knew what I was doing. I see this bearish fair value gap. Price had to retrace into that, so I already took my trade around this area. So it went up and it went down, and I took my my TP right here. I think it was like $53 or something. And then around here, I waited, bullish fair value gap, knew how to retrace. We had liquidity zones up here, potentials for it to just keep going up and up, maybe even break through. I didn't know what was going to happen yet, just needed confirmation. I just knew my bias was bearish. And then a bullish fair value gap formed, so I knew it had to retrace not once, but twice. So might as well just form and try to take out some liquidity. Boom. Big engulfing bearish candle forms a bearish fair value gap. I knew like around this area that it would have to do this. I knew it would have to retrace into here and go down. And we were so close. The fact that we got this low right here, not only to the bottom of this fair value gap key level, but to this 4-hour time frame key level, which is a high time frame. The fact that we got this close to both of them, to being below both of them, I knew it had the potential to not only go lower, but even lower. And we'll get into that. But around this area is when I opened the trade for a short. I got the confirmation with the bearish fair value gap, the retracement respected. Lots of liquidity started forming, but that's going to be for later. And then it went all the way down, and I set my TP around here, but I trailed it to stop around here. So that's when I got my like $100 or something. So nothing too shabby, you know. And then this was when price started consolidating a little bit, started trying to confuse each other, maybe trying to see where they were supposed to go. Bearish fair value gap with high liquidity mark right here. I marked this as a purple circle for a liquidity zone as well. This is a lot of liquidity. Price attempted to go up, sweep all of it, failed. Sellers went down. This is when I entered. Oh, oops. So my TP was right here for the second trade, and then damn, why is it getting so bright? My third trade was right here around this area. I knew it had to go lower because we were just pushing. Like this whole section right here was all under like a minute or two. So if we were pushing this hard and passing 1 hour time frame key levels and getting so close to even lower spots and even lower liquidity zones, I knew it can go lower. So I took a massive ball knowledge guess, and you see how this one is a little bit more purple than this one, or like I meant brighter. This one's a darker purple. This is a higher time frame liquidity zone. So that's where I took my spot against between the 1 hour time frame key level, low/high, and the liquidity line right here. So that's where I took it. And then guess what? I took a lot of notes, man. I opened short right here. Breaker block formed, going for liquidity sweeps. I mean, look at it. Confirmed breaker block and liquidity sweep. A bullish fair value gap formed, but also a bearish formed. So that means it would have to go up and retest and go back down for not only retesting the bullish, but also retesting the bearish. It would retest the bullish first, and then afterwards confirm and respect the bearish. That means still bearish bias. Retrace into fair value gap for more strength. Price taps 4 hour key level high/low for support. Bearish bias still valid. And then it swept liquidity and formed sell side. It swept liquidity and formed sell side. Seller still in power. And then around here formed another bearish fair value gap. It formed a couple, but this is when I stopped, like right here. This is when I stopped. So I put my TP around right here, and it closed out, and I got like $99 or $90 from it. But yeah, that's today's entire thing. And as you can see, price has dipped a lot more than expected. If anything, I could have just left it and it kept talking to you guys until it just decided to close midway. But it's mostly, as you can see, under this massive fair value gap time frame, and this is on a higher one. It's either the 4 hour or 1 hour. I have no clue. Oh, look at that. Price just broke structure. So we're going back up. But it might just be an order block. Who knows? Maybe a breaker block. But yeah, so that was today's entire trade. How everything planned and panned out from here all the way to technically right there. That's about 6426 all the way to 6365. So yeah, that was all today. I can now remove everything, and that's that. All right, but yeah, I really need to figure out this trading view BS and the issues and why it's not working. But yeah, we made pretty good profit for this week. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna do some math to try to figure out how much P&L we're gonna have by the end of Friday, and how much compared we would be making, like if this was a live account, or not a live account, but obviously I would go to a funded first compared to a live. But if this was a live account, if I had 50 bands to mess with, then a live account right now, then I would have to compare between how much I'm making at my actual job and trading on the market. So I'll do some math this weekend just to see if I'm doing good. If I'm making more than what I'm making at my job right now, then I'm doing good. I'm doing way better than good. But if I'm making just enough to like match almost my weekly revenue from an actual employment job rather than just trading view or trading charts and whatnot, then it's still sustainable. But I'd rather still have an actual physical employment job at like a brand name location in my town. But yeah, so we got a lot of things to do, but first things first, foremost, we need to figure out, or I need to figure out, TradingView and their execution problems on order entries, and why the hell it keeps doing that. Like, all I did was press order and you film me instantaneously. Bro, give me a break. Give me a break. But yeah, that was for August 7th.